Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner for my Quick Tip Thursday, and this is episode number 28. So I want to thank some people for their last comments. I had mentioned about my daughter having a gluten allergy, and Steph told me that Scotland is also very conscious of food allergies. Let's see. I have a new subby, Roseanne. Thank you for joining me. And then everybody else that, leaves their comments. Of course, I appreciate it. And I say it every time. I love each and every one of you. So in today's video, we're going to tackle once again the elusive fragile paper and how to make it stronger. Now, this image, if you can see, it's absolutely stunning. It's from 1900. It is from a French periodical. These ladies, you can see they've got a little bit of blue there, but I barely touched the paper and it's already ripping. So we are going to work on making those stronger. But before we start on that, I have a couple of announcements. My first announcement is I have been asked by Jarf, Jarf, over at Medieval Mirage to be on her design team. And what an incredible honor. And I'm just going to real quick show you what's left over of some of my kits that I have purchased from Medieval Mirage. My first kit I ever purchased was a Jane Austen kit. And this is what is left over. And I made, I think, 2 or 3 journals with this kit. Now, Jarf's kits run, I think, about $9 or so for a kit. However, and that may seem a lot, but there are anywhere, this is the Scribe one, and this is just what I have left over. They have anywhere from way over like 45 pages up to 55 pages. Now, there was a lot of journaling pages here with this kit, but I've used them up. But I just kind of want to show you, go over to her Etsy store and take a look and see what she has. Again, this is just leftovers from one of her French kits. And I just feel such an honor that she has asked me to be on her design team. Now, I had recently asked her about buying a kit, and that's when she asked me about being on her design team. And I told her the kit I was interested in and what kind of journal I was going to make. And she said that it was interesting that I had asked about that theme. I'm going to keep the theme a secret while she works on that design. So this was the Feast of Florals. You guys, if you go back and look at my videos, you can see that I made beautiful journals using this kit. But anyway, back to asking her about the theme that I wanted to make a journal out of. And I was going to use elements of another kit that she has. And I told her that I was going to make a journal with this specific theme that she at that time does not have in her shop, that theme. But she said, well, it's interesting that you have brought that up because I have been working on a digital kit with that theme. So this is the fragments one. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So she's working on that. That's why I haven't made a journal in the last couple of weeks, because I'm waiting for Jeff to finish the kit she's working on. Now, there's no rush because I know Jeff is extremely detail oriented. Her kits are beautiful. As you can see, there is so much. This was just the add-on kit that I didn't use. I used so much already. So she's going to take her time. I told her, take her time, design the kit like she would with all of her beautiful kits, and that I would make that journal with that theme when it comes out. So look at just stunning, 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 stunning. And so you can see I have been a fan of medieval Mirage for a really long time. I just feel like you really get your money's worth. Look at this. This is the Maidens and Manuscripts. These are just the add-ons. That's an add-on. Here's the journal pages, I think, some of them. But again, this is what's left over from already making a journal. Just unbelievable look. So anyway, as you can tell, like I said, I'm a fan of Jaff. I feel very honored that she has asked me to be on her design team. Let's just look real quick more. Let's see. Oh, and then the last two journals I made were the French. These are new ones that she has out in her shop. The French Rococo Rhapsody, Marie Antoinette, and Ladies in Waiting. She has a tall document style one, and then the add-ons for the regular one. And then she even has book covers. Look at this. If you just wanted some elements for the top and the spine and the bottom of a journal. Look at, just unbelievable. So anyway, that's that exciting news. Now, I have another announcement. Now, you guys may have seen, was it maybe a month ago or so, Tim Holtz announced he was going to be releasing a new fabric palette. And it was going to be a color every single month with this palette. And I'm going to go through here and show you. Now, I investigated in being able to be one of the retailers to sell this palette. And just so you know, it's a commitment. It was a commitment that I would purchase each color palette every single month for a year. So you guys are going to have to help me. I decided to buy it in fat quarter packs because I feel my channel being more of journal making as opposed to like quilt making, that I didn't need full yardage bolts of the fabric. Now, if people start saying, hey, I want 4 yards of that fabric, I may consider purchasing that, because now I am a retailer for Free Spirit Fabrics. Well, let me just show you. Now, I printed these off. We're just going to go real quick. I printed these off on my cheap Walmart paper, so it's not going to show it real well. Let me just see if I can bring you down a tiny, tiny bit. It still may be hard to see, but one color is going to be released per month. So here is the release. April pink, November red. I will go through all of this. We have orange, yellow, neutral, green, on into 2025, teal, blue, indigo, purple, charcoal, and a multi palette. So the first palette is going to be the pink palette. And this is showing you some of what the fabric is going to look like. There's going to be stamps, tickets, a collage, a map, wallpaper, pink ephemera, typography, a toil, vintage pink, and pink numbers. So in the fat quarter pack, you will get all of those in a fat quarter. And once I get those, they are going to be shipping them, I think, the end of September or October. So I will show you up close what they are going to look like. This will be the next released: red, the collage, the stamps, the tickets, a map, a tapestry, typography. Oops, I skipped a page. Red ledger, tiny print, vintage, and wallpaper. And then the orange one. And this is all I've printed up, even though, like I said, there's going to be a color every single month for a year. This is the orange. Pretty much the same, other than orange will have some toadstools, different kind of map. So anyway, that's my news about being able to bring to you via my Etsy store the Tim Holtz fabrics. So that's an exciting announcement. Now let's get started on trying to strengthen these newsprints. There is 2 different techniques that I'm going to try to strengthen newsprint that is just so fragile that if you try to fold it, it just crumples. One is I'm going to use some freezer paper, and I'm going to pull off a sheet. Pretty good size. Sorry for that loud noise. And on one side, there is the plastic area, and then the other side is a paper area. So on the paper area, I want to do a little coffee staining, so it's not quite so white. And so what I have here on my kitchen counter, pretty good size there, is just the freezer paper. I have some coffee in a little spray bottle. This is a Tim Holtz spray bottle, and I'm just going to spray some of the back here just to give it a little bit of a coffee stain. And we'll see if this helps that newspaper strengthen up. Now this should not take that long to dry because I'm in Arizona. Now, even though I have my air conditioning on in the house, oh, it only says it's 92 outside. I think the other day I got in my daughter's car when I was leaving her house, and it said it was 121 degrees outside. Ah, brutal. Okay, so we're going to let this dry, and I'll be back with you guys. Okay, I do have here the freezer paper that I coffee stained on one side, and then on the other side is the plastic. The only thing that I can see right now that is not good about this is you lose one side of your image. So, I mean, this is okay, but I lose that when I put this on. So let's just go ahead and do it. I'm going to lay it down to where the plastic is next to the side that I don't want to adhere it to. And then I have a piece of like parchment paper that this will prevent the plastic from getting on my iron. So I'm just going to turn it over there and do this side. I will be able to just go ahead and run the iron down this side because there is no plastic here. I'll just have to be careful in there. And what I can actually do is do this, turn this over. And then that way when I run it down there, none of that plastic will get on my iron. I don't know how long you have to do this for. We'll just see. And then I'll come through here. I guess, like I said, it doesn't matter if my iron gets on this area because there is not the freezer paper there. And then I'm just going to fold it up here just to protect that side. I don't know, like I said, the nice thing is, oops, somebody's at the door, hang on. That was my son-in-law who stopped over. Oh, so I'm going to have probably a major issue. So yesterday when my housekeepers were here, I was washing my sheets in the laundry room. And the laundry room and my son's bathroom are butted up against each other, you know, and then there's a hallway, and then there's a there's a hall closet, a laundry closet in between them. So the laundry room, hall closet, and then my son's bathroom. And so my housekeepers were over, and my housekeeper said, there's some water in Pascal's bathroom leaking. And I was running the washing machine, like I said, and I thought, oh, shoot, something's happening between those two rooms. So my son-in-law came over, stopped by to look at it. However, I kind of had already had suspicions that something already bad was going on, because I had seen a leak into underneath my washing machine once before, but it was just a small little bit of water. And so I thought, oh, no big deal. That's probably okay. And then my son-in-law just looked and he says, oh, the vanity near Pascal's bathroom is getting all wet. So, yeah. So I'm going to have to call my homeowner's insurance and file a claim and do all of that. And what fun. Yeah, what fun. But anyway, so that's that. And I think, well, I feel a little bit of a wrinkle there. Let's go to this side and see what happens. Like I said, this has the, oh, my little girl is just whining up a storm. She's whining because she was excited to see my son-in-law. Fiona, he's gone, honey. She was so excited to see him. They just love. She just loves my daughter and her husband and family. So she being all whiny. But anyway, so yeah, got to call the homeowner's insurance tomorrow. Have all that. Start going on that. Get that fixed. Yips. So anyway, so like I said, I'm not so sure I like this, just because then you lose the one area of the image, but it is going to make that strong. So I'm going to undo this and then cut this away, and I'll be back with you guys. Now that I've trimmed it up, let's just take a look and see how it folds. Now, what I wanted in a tall, skinny journal, but that's going to be very tall and skinny. Or would I want it like this, but it cuts off part of her face. So I'm going to fold it as if it was going to be in a tall, skinny journal. So I'm going to fold it like this. Oh, that's folding nicely. That's really good. And you've got a lot of journaling space on the other side, but this is not ripping. Oh, I'm liking that. That is nice, because like I said, that paper before was extremely fragile. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, another idea that I had heard that someone did was they took the Tim Holtz Distress Crackle paint. I only had the clear rock candy, and I did it off camera, but you can see, you know, it's liquidy. I took a paintbrush and I painted all over it, and it did leave kind of I'm going to hold it up real close. it did leave a little bit of a, like a cracked look to it. I'm going to take some wax, different colors. This is soot, so it's probably black. I'm just going to punch a hole here. This has never been opened. Oh yeah, that's pretty black. I don't know if I want that. That's that's really black. Now, why would I order that? But anyway, let's just try a little bit on the corner down here where there is some. Oh no, that's not going to work at all. Okay, so we know that's too dark. Okay, let me grab a baby wipe. Yeah, that's way, way too dark. Let's grab something lighter here. And I'm going to bring you down a little bit so you can see. I did have to already on the edge take a little bit of my faux Scotch tape and fix that. So I see a lot of the Crackle paste there. Oh, let's just try this. This is well, it says gold and white. Ooh, I don't know if I really want. Well, I guess the paper's almost ruined as it is. No, that doesn't show anything. Okay, that won't work. Let's see. I've got a walnut color here. We'll just take a little bit of this. Let's see if that shows up. I want to see if it shows up the cracks. Maybe I need to do it not on the writing. I'm not impressed. Not impressed. I do have some clear. This is clear antique wax. Let's just put some of this on there and see what happens. I'm going to do quite a bit because it says it's clear. It really does feel greasy, so I'm going to have to let that dry. Yeah, that feels very, very greasy. So I don't know about that. I'm going to hold that up to the camera and see if that if you can see the. No, you cannot see. It may be greasy. It's already starting to kind of dry, but it didn't. I wanted to see if you could see the cracks. Okay, you guys, I am filming a little addendum. I showed you this antiquing clear waxed paste, and if you recall, when I put it on, it looked greasy and it felt greasy. If you recall, I put it on down here, but after some period of time, it has completely soaked in and disappeared, and you don't see it. And remember when I turned it over, you could see it there. You can kind of see it a little bit there, but not bad. So I'm going to take back what I said about this. I think if you just set it to the side and let it dry, I think it's good, and maybe that'll strengthen the paper. So that's a little addendum there. Now, this is a hot mess down there. So I probably won't use this sheet for anything. See how that came through? But let's just fold it and see if that toughened it up. I maybe didn't get any there, so it is cracking there, but it did strengthen it. Yeah, it did. And I like that it's kind of a matte finish. This is going to be a no. That's a no, that's a no. So this right here is just only the Distress Crackle paint. And I do like that. Although it's kind of torn there, but maybe I didn't have enough there. But when I do fold it in half, it does seem pretty strong. Alrighty, so that's that experiment. Then the other thing I did was I took this. This is a Crackle varnish. It's a 2-step process. The name brand is Cadence. I don't even know where it's from, but I only put it on the one side just because I didn't have very much of this. And so it's a 2-step process. So you have to first put the Crackle varnish down, step 1, and then you have to put step 2 down over that. Now, it does feel somewhat thick or sturdy. I'm going to just take my tear ruler because I only put it on this side here. I didn't do this over here, okay? So it's not fair to have that there. But I did do this. Now, the only thing I don't like is it's very, very shiny. Let's fold it in half, see what happens. It does seem pretty strong. Yeah, that's good. But it's very, very shiny. Let's again, I don't think I want to try that clear antique wax. Boy, that really made it greasy. Let's just try some of this brass. And let's see, do I have any up here? I do. Let's just see if you can see the cracks in it. Not really. No, you can't at all. It just kind of goes on. I wanted to see if you could see that crackle. It's supposed to be a Crackle varnish, and maybe it doesn't work on paper. So that doesn't work, but I do think it strengthened the paper because I am able to fold it and it doesn't tear. Let me just take this paper, this piece that I didn't do, and if I fold it, well, it didn't crack either. I thought it was going to be so fragile that it was going to crack. That other piece of paper, I mean, it does tear quite easily, but it didn't really crack. Anyway, I guess my quick tip Thursday is I really think this did, the freezer paper did the best. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. The freezer paper did the best because I do know this was extremely fragile. And you do have some writing space over there. My second favorite was this. You do see this here. and that's with the Crackle paint. So that's okay. And then I'm going to say a no-go on this. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. That is my quick tip Thursday to try to take some of your really fragile pieces of paper. Here's some of the ones that I have. And you can see they're just, yeah, right here, look. It's barely touching them, and they're all ripping. So that was my quick tip Thursday to try to help you guys strengthen your fragile papers. And I hope this helped you guys, and I will see you guys again soon. Thanks so much. Bye. Yeah, good deal there.